Hello gamers, I'm Obi, and today I'm going to be ranking every single rare skin in Brawl Stars. The tiers are Searchtastic, Good, Meh, and Poop Spike. First is 8-Bit Classic. I actually do really like the reference from this skin, however the colors look pretty basic in game. He does get a really cool pin however, so even if his design is kind of mid, his pin puts him in mid tier. Next, we have Agent P. Now this skin is pretty important to me since it kind of represents my channel. It is my profile picture after all. And I think it just looks amazing. That's why I chose it as my profile picture. I'll personally put him in Searchtastic. However, this is a lot of bias coming from me. I would get if you put it lower. Next is Amazing Charlie. I actually do like this skin a lot when I saw it for the first time. And it does have a super animation where the color changes to a purple egg. The design as well is pretty cool. The superhero theme for Charlie is cool. So I'll put it in good tier. Next, oh no, Axel Willow. Now I actually nominated this as the worst skin of the year for my Brawl Stars award show. This skin is going directly in Poop Spike. The colors just don't match and it reminds me too much of College M's. Now for Bandid Shell. This is actually a really cool skin. I've been playing since day one of beta and I still don't have this skin. I don't know how, but it's just a pretty good skin all around. I'll put her in good tier. Alright, next we have Billy the Cat. I think this skin, just for the reference alone, the fact that that was supposed to be how Kit was supposed to look is just a great reference. And I also do like the design in general. 430 gem skin, I'll put it in Searchtastic. Next we have Blackbird Edgar. This skin actually grew on me a lot. At first I didn't really like it and I thought it was overused, but 430 gem skin for Edgar, I think it's really good. If you love Edgar and you don't have the gems to spend for a more expensive skin, this is a great skin for him. I'll put him in Searchtastic. Next is Boy Scout Gus. I used to hate this skin a lot. I thought it was mid, but it actually grew on me a bit. I'll put him in mid tier. Not great, but the concept is kind of cool and it fits a lot with Gus. Next is Bubblegum BB. Honestly, when I saw this skin for the first time, I thought it was an 80 gem skin. It's just an amazing skin, and when I got it for a star drop, I was actually really excited. I'll put it in Searchtastic. Alright, next is Classic Shelly. I actually didn't know this skin was 30 gems until I made this tier list, but it is decent. However, compared to Bandid Shell, I'll put it in Met tier, because Bandid Shell is just better all around. Now for Constructor Jai. This might be one of the most forgettable skins in the game. It's actually really ugly, and when I got it from a star drop, I was really disappointed. I'll put her in Poop Spike. Next for Dark Chester, this skin also grew on me a lot. The colors actually fit him a lot, and he changes his whole personality. It's actually pretty good for a 30 gem skin. I'll put him in good tier. Very similar to Bandid Shell and Amazing Charlie. Alright, next is actually a very controversial one. I've seen people that love this skin, I've seen people that hate this skin, and I can understand both sides. But personally, I love this skin. I think it's super cool. It fits for Valentine's Day a lot, and I love her super. Some people might call her creepy, but I don't care. I'll put her in Searchtastic. It's a great skin. Alright, for Draco Doug, I think it's actually a really good 30 gem skin. Obviously, it's not that good, but for 30 gems, he changes quite a bit, and I'd be satisfied to just have this as a Doug skin. I'll put him in good tier. Oh no. Next is Elf Angelo. Now, since he's new, I don't really know the opinion on the community, but the second I saw him, I hated it. I just don't like Angelo in general, but I would actually rather have the default model than this skin. I'll put him in Poop Spike. Then we have Foot Bonnie. I'm not a huge fan of football. However, for a 30 gem skin, I think she changes quite a bit, and it is not a bad skin. Especially if you like football, I'd understand if you put it Searchtastic, but personally, I'll put it in good tier, since I don't really care about football. Next is GeForce Janet. This skin is really cool. When I first saw it, I actually thought it was 80 gems. However, it didn't get animations, so it's pretty obvious why it's 30 gems. But the model itself is really good. I'll put her in good tier. Alright, next is Goblin Carl. I've hated on this skin for a year straight, and people keep defending it. They say it's a great skin. And for 30 gem skin, I'll have to admit, it does change a lot. So you know what? I'll put it in Met tier. People have influenced me into putting it a bit higher, but I still think it's such an ugly skin. However, for 30 gems, it's not terrible. I wouldn't put it in Poop Spike. Alright, next is Golden Barley. This skin had a huge glow up, and it actually has some attack animations. So honestly, Searchtastic directly. Such a good skin. Now, from one of the worst to one of the best, we have GT Max. This skin just sucks so much. I would rather have the default model, and I'll put it in Poop Spike. Now for Inferno Truck, I feel like the red eyes make him so much more threatening, and the orange/brown actually looks really good on him. His suit looks just so great. I'll put it in good tier. Next for Kaiju Buzz, for a skin to be Searchtastic, it has to have a good concept, and then either have good reference animations or something like that. Now this has a good reference with the Kaiju monster. However, I don't think the colors change that much. So even though I do really like the reference, I'll have to put it good since the colors just don't look that good. Next is Ladybug B, and I actually do like the colors for the skin a lot, and the concept is just good. It also comes with a really good pin. So actually, I'll put it in good tier. It is pretty basic, so I won't put it up in search static, but for 30 gem skin, it's pretty good. All right, next we have Larry and Lori controllers. This is such a cool concept, and the reference is great. Search static directly. The colors also look amazing, and I just love the skin in general. Such a cool concept. All right, now we have Leon the Stray. I know a lot of people love this skin because a lot of people love Leon. It's kind of similar to Blackbird Edgar. However, I don't think it's as good. I think it's pretty basic, and I'll have to put it meh. I might get hated for this because a lot of people love Leon and this skin, but it's not that great. Next, we have Macaron Miko. I've always hated this skin. It's not terrible. The concept isn't bad. He gets like a baguette and he's French, but I'll put him in Poop Spike. I've never really liked this skin. All right, next for probably the most creative skin in the rare category is Mask Spike. This skin is just so worth it. Obviously in game, he doesn't look great. However, the concept is cool and he gets 8 different masks. Search-tastic for sure. All right, for MC Meny, she looks pretty bad in my opinion. The colors don't really look good. They're a bit too flashy. However, this is very subjective since it's just her colors. I'll put it in Poop Spike, but I'd get if you put it higher. It's just based on if you like the colors or not. Next, we have College Ems. Sure, her name is Mean Girl Ems, but I'm never calling her that. Honestly, this skin has had a pretty big glow up. I think it's a lot better than before. And for 30 gems, it's actually pretty good. I'll put it in good tier. It's actually had a huge glow up. All right, now for Outlaw Cold. This skin just sucks. It was pretty good before for 500 star coins. If you got it for that, which I did as well, it was a pretty good value. However, now, especially since you have this Cold skin, I see no reason to buy Outlaw Cold. So I'll put it in Poop Spike. Next for Pandanita, she technically gets a super animation, and I think the colors on her look really good. So I'll put her in good tier. All right, now for Patrol RT. I used to really hate this skin, but I actually saw it in game, and I saw that you can see his light. So it changes a lot for a 30 gem skin. I got Patrol RT from a card drop, and sometimes I even take it instead of Crimson RT because of how cool I think it looks. So I'll put him in Search-tastic. Next is Pink Piper. I've pushed for her to get a remodel for a while. I don't know what you could do since she's just pink, but it's just too basic. However, in Poop Spike, it's skins that I don't like, and I wouldn't say I don't like this skin. I think it's just basic, so I'll put her in mid tier. Now for Poison Cap Cordalis, I've always liked this skin. I think it looked a lot different than normal Cordalis, and I really like the color green. So this is very subjective, but I'll actually put it in good. However, I would get if you put it lower than that. Next is Retro Nani. This skin is very similar to Retro Edbit. However, I think the reference is a bit more obvious with this on, and I just think the colors look more different in game. So I'll put her in good tier. Now we have Rockstar Cold. This is actually a pretty good skin for 30 gems. It's so much better than Outlaw Cold. He basically gets the same different hair, however, an actual cool outfit. I'll put him in good tier. Definitely buy this one instead of Outlaw Cold. Next is Runaway Gray. I've always hated this skin. I think it looks way too basic. He has no colors, which I get is the point, but it just looks way too boring. I'll put him in Poop Spike. All right, now we have Sam the Teddy. I actually really like this skin. He has an amazing pin, and similar to Cordalis, I have Caesar Sam. However, I actually choose Sam the Teddy instead because I just think it looks so good. I'll put him in Search-tastic, but this is a very subjective opinion. The thing with 30 gem skins is that since they're mostly recolors, it has to be very subjective. All right, next is Shark Tank Hank. The colors look pretty good. They look a lot better than normal Hank, and the concept in general is pretty good. It's not an amazing skin, it doesn't change a lot, but just for the colors and the concept, I'll put him in good tier. All right, next we have Sith Melody. This is actually the first 30 gem skin that I've wanted to buy for in a while. It's mainly to complete the set of the Norse mythology. However, I think her design just in general looks amazing. I'll put her in Search-tastic. All right, now we have Sleepy Sandy. The best thing about him is his spike sandals. However, you can't really see it in game. And I actually like the purple on Sandy more than the blue. So I'll put him in mid tier. His spike slippers really push him up. All right, now we have Squeaky Note. This skin just sucks. The concept is funny, I guess, but it just looks ugly in game. I'll put him in Poop Spike. Next, we have Styra. She's actually a lot cooler than before with Iris Tyra. And if you got her for 500 star coins, you're actually really lucky. But assuming you got her for 30 gems, I'll put her in good tier. She looks pretty cool. All right, now we have Superstar Stu. I don't hate this skin, but it looks a bit basic. Stu has so many amazing skins, and if you wanted a Stu skin, I'd just save up because this skin is meh tier. Next, we have Tech Maisy. I actually really like the colors on this skin. I think the yellow and the blue fit her really well, and the fact that her hair becomes more like buttery popcorn just is such a cool concept to me. I'll put it in Search Tastic. All right, now we have Tropical Sprout. I've always loved this skin. I love what they did with his sticky note, and the plant in the back and his outfit are great. This skin all around is amazing, and I'll put him in Search Tastic. If you love Sprout, I'd just buy this skin and I'd be happy with it. Next, we have Unicorn Bonnie. It got released at the same time as Foot Bonnie, and I've always liked this skin way more. I think for 30 gem skins, it changes a ton. And honestly, they could make it 80 gems if they had animations. But for 30 gems, I'll put it in Search Tastic. I think it's a great skin. Next, we have Vintage Pearl. The concept is really cool. However, I don't really like the colors, so I'll put her in Meh tier. Now we have Warrior Bow. This skin just looks all right. All of Bow's skins are really good except this one. I'll put it in Meh tier as well. And last but not least, we have Zom Rock. And this skin looks really cool. He has a good pin. You could get it for free. However, I'm not counting that. His weapon looks really good. And his name is sick. All around, a Search Tastic skin. So this is the list for the rare skins. And make sure to subscribe so you can see the next tier list where we're going to rank the other skins. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.